So we'll see what happens. All right, hey, we're back. We are now in the Apetivist after party. I think we had a great conversation, and we'll carry on with our conversation with some others as well. We've got No Sacred Cows in here so far, and the Unholy Mole as well.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Who I will also, Mole, I think we already talked about this a little bit, but I got to get you on the show too, man.
Yes, sir. Anytime, man.
And I'll let you know the schedule that I have open right now.
Okay.
I have September 12th, 17th, and 19th are all open. Now, the 12th and 19th are Wednesdays, and the Monday is the 17th, because I'll be away for the Saturday of that week for my buddy's 50th.
I imagine the 12th will be okay. It should be fine. It's a Wednesday. I don't have nothing going on. Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Then I'll put you in right now into my little schedule here.
What time? About...
it would be 4 p.m. Pacific, so 6 your time.
6 Central, okay. 6 Central to 12, okay. I'll put it in my schedule, too, so I don't forget.
Okay. You're officially in.
All right. Let me make my schedule.
So what do I call you?
They usually call me Grumpy.
Yeah, you don't have to add the Unholy. You can just call me Mole.
Okay, Mole.
Sir.
You can call me Ape.
Okay, cool.
You can call me asshole.
I was going to say, Neil will just
call me Dickwad.
Yeah, I know we've talked. Me and Ape have talked on Twitter. Obviously, we follow each other, but I don't. I think it's first time we've talked in real life. And same with I don't think I've talked to you in real life either. Sacred Cow. I know we follow each other though.
We've talked on Twitter a couple times as well.
Yeah, I follow you too.
Yeah,
I follow you too, brother.
Hello, we got somebody from Ooh, a bit of classic.
There's our sweet Nadine. Hello.
How are you guys doing?
Hi, Nadine.
Well, it's the long weekend, the end of the long weekend, which I'm sad about because I don't get to sleep in tomorrow.
Yeah, back to work.
I hope. Finding Francis.
I checked my retirement fund. It didn't come in.
So another day of work.
Yeah, the lotteries just weren't friendly.
No, they usually aren't.
What's that? I see what you mean. The lottery. Oh my god.
Yeah, 649, 80 grand, the Lotto Max. No.
Yeah.
I'll stick to the Keno.
I got a free ticket. I got a free ticket.
That's okay.
I won
Gives you one more shot.
on the max. I'm like practically rich now.
Ooh.
Wow.
You can buy yourself, 5 or 10 McDonald's coffees.
So I guess he's buying pizza.
Hey, Nadine, can I borrow $20?
I was going to ask, but
actually,
I'm going to buy my $50 million ticket with that $20, you know?
Okay.
That's Nadine Callan.
Yeah.
Her name is Nadine Callan.
Huh?
Nadine, she's a friend of ours.
Hello.
Denise. Hello. I'm Susan.
Nice to meet you.
That's mean Nadine, the giggle queen.
I do not. I resemble that remark.
You do.
Yeah, you do. By the end of the show, she should be red as a apple.
Yeah, right?
No, not red. It's the filter. It's this.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No. We watch it grow. It comes from here all the way down.
So whose birthday is it?
Birthday? My friend Daryl's.
Friend Daryl.
Yeah, he's not on a Twitter. He's too old for that.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't understand it, so I've tried to get him on there. So
he's only a couple years older than me.
Well, no, I get that, but yeah, he's not a fan of the social media. So.
Yeah, well, not everybody is. Out of curiosity, how old's Mole?
I will be 41 in 11 days.
Wow, shit!
Man, I wish I was 41.
He's going to say he's a puppy, isn't he? Just a puppy.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a new subscriber.
I'm a little pup.
Yeah, you're just a little pup.
I'm 52.
But you are older than my little brother.
Apology.
I don't think Grumpy wants to tell everyone how old he is.
Well, everybody knows how old I was. already told him and said that.
Yeah.
You said your buddy's turning 60, and I say he's only 2 years older than I am. Do the mathematics. Do the mathematics.
I'm a little slow sometimes. Sorry.
Sometimes?
Look at that crank going, Neil.
Can you see the hamster and the wheel turning?
I think the hamster might be.
I think he's been sampling. I think he's been sampling the product at work.
Sampling the wares.
Yeah, I got to get him to stop drinking that antifreeze.
Yeah, it's sweet, but it's no good for you.
Yeah.
Kind of like mixed drinks, right?
It's not sweet. I add this stuff called Bittrex, and that stuff is so fumy too. So if I don't wear some kind of mask, it'll stick in my mustache, and then every time I eat something, it goes in with the food, and I'm just like, okay, now I'm not hungry.
Oh, if you have a cigarette?
Or yeah. Which
So
I
when
couldn't understand. A friend of mine wears the gloves when he smokes, and it gets on his gloves.
Oh.
And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Then he goes, I don't know, and he pulls the gloves.
So what are you testing the chemical composition of the antifreeze to make sure it's right or something like that?
Yes,
or
that's what I do. Yes.
Okay.
I do everything from the ion and pH to nitrite levels. We have new AdPack chemicals that we put in that are nitrite free. So, because nitrites can be quite damaging to engines, they are part of the reasons engines will pit. And I also check for reserve alkalinity. I also check for foam levels. Like we heat it up to 81, 82 degrees, and then I stick it in like those things you put in your fish tanks and put air bubbles. And it at about a rate of about a liter a minute, aerator, yeah. And then I see how much foam comes and how long it takes to dissipate. And it should be 5 seconds or less in order so that it doesn't blow up your radiator.
Sound effects and everything.
All kinds. Yeah. Oh, I do. Oh, yeah. It's funny. I always said that. You listen to guys talk and they talk about stuff and they, I had a gun, but we were shooting it and this. You hear girls talk and they don't use sound effects when they talk. Not very often, anyways.
No, well, I do.
Well, the girl talking. I was like, well, this one's good. You don't hear this. It's just. Well, this one.
That's a whole different level of sound effects.
Exactly. Somebody had to load the content.
Yeah.
Doug's not
it's
here
funny
right
how
now.
all these conversations just always end up somehow turning to that dirty side. Every little
Well,
time.
Doug's not here. Somebody had to fill the gap.
Never me. No, not me. Never.
Does it always happen when I'm just in the room, or is it
No, actually,
well, if you were listening to Apetivist and my conversation earlier, we got onto the whole virginity and losing it.
Yeah, I heard that part of the conversation. I missed some of it because my mom messaged and I had Skype with my my mom and my little nephew. He's like 2.5. And he's still just barely talking, but he's the only Eli Callan left. Or he's the only Callan left, and his dad's Eli Callan, and my dad was Eli Callan, and the little guy was named Eli too. So he's the last of our line. And I found out we're not even a Callan anymore. I found out we're not even Callans. When people moved to, they were illiterate. The people when our line moved here from England, they were illiterate and
your line. What do you mean your line? You sound like
line.
Heritage line. Moved here to Newfoundland. They were illiterate, so they didn't know how to spell their own names. So they said the name, and then whoever caught them off the boat wrote down their name and spelled it for them, and we got spelled Callan, Callan, versus Kellen. Apparently, it's Kelland, Kellend.
That's well, isn't it?
I have to interrupt here for a quick second.
Yeah.
Apetivist, I have a message for you from Wonder Lady.
Hey, Faye.
She loves you very much. So she's sending you some love.
I love her so
Faye
much.
is such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
I'm not happy, Faye.
Yes.
You're cheating on me again.
She's so sweet. And
All right.
I
Well,
just,
message related. Hey.
I don't want to, stir up shit or anything, but what somebody did to her not too long ago, or actually two people, the way they have treated her, I'm just angered to my core over it. She's been nothing but a very sweet, generous, and kind person that's focused on truth and goodness.
Mm-hmm.
I can't, for the life of me, I mean, there's got to be something really wrong with an individual that doesn't appreciate her.
Yeah, I would agree. But not everybody sees the same thing the same way. So,
No.
Right.
Could you imagine how boring it would be?
Yeah, no kidding. But still, I mean, people you call friends, you've got to give the benefit of the doubt until some hardcore reason to not comes through, right?
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, I'm sure it's all the shit that's been happening over the past month.
Right.
You mean, do I know one of the people involved?
Yes.
You had coffee together?
Yes.
Okay. There's a lot of stuff going down in the community right now, which I'm trying to ignore.
Yeah.
I know. Me too. I speak up when I feel it's necessary, and I try my best to help the situations, whichever of the two or three that they are.
Yeah, it's
however I can. Right?
I actually muted some of their conversations. That's unusual for me to do that.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
I did the same thing. I just,
It's hard. It's hard because I care about all these people, and
same here. Yeah. And I've told them all that I'm still their friends. Whatever's happening between them is between them, because
they need to iron it out.
too. Yeah. I don't want to get in the middle of anybody's shit.
Exactly.
Well,
I got enough as it is.
Well, I just try to stay focused on disseminating information that will help people, come to a reasonable conclusion about their beliefs and ideas of the world.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's my focus.
That includes friends too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all we can do is be there for them when they require us for whatever reason, but we have to let them fight their own battles, but we'll let them, all of them on either side. If you're friends with both sides, you have to let them know that you're there for them either way.
Yeah.
But they're the only ones that can change who and how they are or deal with whatever their addictions are, whatever their problems are.
Right.
But we will be there for support. That's what we have to do.
Yeah, and that's what I've been attempting to do, and staying out of it, because it's, like I said, like some of it was here before I was even in the community, and I'm sure it'll be here long after I'm out of it.
Well, like I said in the past, I watched the old, as I call it, the golden age disintegrate with Steve Shives and his Atheist Plus movement and all that kind of and all that crap had pulled up.
Yeah,
and,
what is it?
I don't want to see it happening here.
What is the plus thing anyway? I never understood.
Okay. Well, they tried to do intersection. They tried to bring in, atheism in, married up with the LGBT community, the left wing SJW, the race, everything, all the. And
I never adopted it.
That's a bad idea.
Well, it is a bad idea. I mean, they're all separate. I mean, there is some overlap in some cases, but as I always said, atheism is atheism. You got left wing atheists, right wing atheists. You have
there's no ideology.
You got bigoted atheists. You got non-bigoted atheists. You got gay atheists, straight atheists.
Yeah. Exactly.
The only thing we have going, the only thing we have together is our atheism.
Together with other atheists, we're so different. That's the only commonality we have, like saying we have two legs.
Yeah, exactly.
We all have two legs. Well, not everybody.
I think,
we don't even have.
I still think that a lot of us have other commonalities as well, and that's where our little niche communities pop up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't hate you guys.
Right, Like I'm sure there's some fucking goose-stepping Heil Hitler and atheists out there. That's just not us. We're not that kind of people.
Yeah.
No,
That's right.
You know, we're humanists. We love everybody for who they are, humans.
yeah,
True.
That's
You don't
right.
need to be anything more.
I think that's what draws me, because quite frankly, if it was just about atheism, I don't think I would even care to do what I do.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
Not at all.
well,
Right.
I mean, I combine my channel or my things with my atheism and my politics. As you can see, you know, my last two vids showed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched those. They're really good too, by the way.
You know,
No, I'm pretty much almost 100% with you on that last one you did today.
what's the free speech one?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got one more. I'm hoping I get it up by next week.
Awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been watching all kinds of videos today. I was in on the Nacho roast with. Did you guys see the Nacho roast with Paula Gia and Nacho?
That was awesome.
No, I was. I wish I was.
didn't
I
see
missed
all
that.
of it, but
Paula
go back to watch it.
Paula Gia really, his roast video was probably, even though I think Nacho took that argument or that debate or whatever, the roast, Paula Gia's was so genius that it was almost like nothing. I mean, you just see him there and he's going
It
on.
was nothing. He was trying to get out of it.
No.
He's been trying to get out of it since the beginning. He's been trying to get kicked out, and he kept winning.
I
That's
know,
what I
but
think happened. He's like, thank
the way
God.
he did it, though. The way he did it, though.
Yeah.
I don't even know what y'all are talking about.
Oh,
Forgive me.
Geek
Oh
Room
my
is
gosh.
like
The
an
Geek Room.
atheist roast thing.
Yeah.
A
I
what?
told,
A roast?
yeah, they
Yeah.
have atheists roast
What is
other
that?
atheists. Where, you know, they just fucking
The
make
Geek
fun
Room.
of each other.
You know the comedy roasts that you see on like the comedy channels and stuff, where they'll roast like whatever comedian or actor
They'll
or
just
whatever.
joke about each other?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this
Yeah.
is the
Belittle?
same sort of thing. Yeah, they
Kind
belittle.
of humorously, childlessly
every-
humor each other.
Yes.
Nacho was savage.
Nacho was
Holy
absolutely
crap.
savage.
Oh.
He's like, I'm not
I-
losing to a Canadian.
I told Frankie, I said, man, I want a chance at redemption, dude. I said, I took it easy on Brooke, way too easy. And he's like, don't worry, I'll get you back.
I don't
And he's
think
like-
I'd ever be clever or sharp enough to do anything like that.
Yeah.
Oh, sure you could.
No.
I'm gonna say I helped Nacho. I helped Nacho with this one thing. I'm like, I didn't know that Canadians were young Earth creationists until I saw Paul say it.
You know what?
And that's the part that he pulled into the video. He's like,
were you there the other day on Nacho's stream? And I noticed that his avatar looks like Billy Ray Cyrus. Now I can't.
Yeah, you can't not unsee it.
Yeah. And every time I see it, I'm like, don't tell my heart. But I fell
Yeah.
over though.
Absolutely, yeah, that was pretty funny. Hi, Duke.
Oh, am I missing? Wait, hold on. Yeah.
Hey, Duke, I'm sending you the link in just a minute, brother.
Are you gonna get him in here?
Oh, I'm gonna send him a link for he's gonna do the addiction thing with me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Duke, do you want to come in here for a bit? Because I can go for a little bit. So.
Yeah.
You got a few minutes, Duke. If you want to pop in and say hello.
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 He said cool stuff. I imagine that's a yes.
Oh, he said sure. So, all right, give me a second here, buddy. Yay. Well, somebody's already sent me a message on Twitter. So
I've been working on my intro to get my intro and my whole theme for my craft channel all together.
Oh.
And
Bible Belt wants to come in too.
I'm working on Blender.
Yeah, he's good.
Working on Blender to get the intro animation done.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been interesting.
I
Takes a freak of a long time to render it though. Like just 5 seconds take.
If you ever have time to if you ever have time to sit down and be patient with me, you can show me how Blender works somewhat.
Well, I've been working off a couple of really good tutorials, and that's all I know. So I
tried learning Blender once, and it's complicated.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
it is until you know it.
Yeah.
My friend Stags has said not to be scared by the 3D animation shit, because that's just a part of it. He said there's just regular old editing stuff too.
Yeah,
Okay,
and I use the I just use
Duke.
it to do text animation. Hey,
it's
Duke.
the Duke.
Fuck you,
What's
Duke.
up, guys? Yeah. Hey, buddy. How you doing, man?
Hey.
I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Okay.
At least this time he didn't take his phone with him.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to our chat, Duke. I think it's very needed, and hopefully we can help some people.
Oh yeah, I think you'll do a lot of help.
Well, I mean, me as a recovered addict, Stags is a recovered addict, and you work in the field, don't you?
And it always starts.
Who?
You or don't you have some experience with it?
No.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
No, I work in admissions at a hospital. I admit neurotic hypochondriacs to the ER.
But I'm sure you've seen how addiction fucking tears families apart, though. You've seen the bad parts of addiction.
Well, yeah. What I can say is that I am too recovered addict in terms of drugs. So I've been clean for 20 years now.
Nice way to go.
I was pretty heavy. I was a pretty heavy crack cocaine and crank guy way back when, and
it's something that needs to be talked about. I mean, the stigma of it, and a lot of atheists think they can't get clean because there's only AA and NA, and it's about God, and like you can, there's ways to get clean.
Yeah.
Made room for more beer.
There you go, buddy.
The funny thing is too is people think they're like, oh, well, you're a recovered drug addict, alcoholic, then you have something against people that drink or do drugs. And I'm like, no, if they do them responsibly, more power to them. I lost that, right? My drug using card was taken away. Like I abused it, so they revoked my shit.
Mo, I sent you a link in Twitter for the Blender tutorial that I use. And
cool. Thank you.
I did the same thing for you. I don't know if anybody else wants to have a look.
I need to get a better program to do this.
What are you doing? What are you using? Just the
Hangouts.
You want to? Okay, so you want to do something like I do or Nacha does with the OBS and that, like streaming through something. Because like I've got I don't have my green screen down. It's dark back there, so and I don't have a lot of lights on. But like for me with the green screen, I can just. My green screen is a tablecloth. It's a bright green tablecloth I got at the dollar store. It's hanging from the ceiling.
Whatever works.
It works. OBS filters out the green.
It's green. That's what matters.
Yeah, and OBS filters out the green really good. So I was looking for sheets, but the Walmart here is small, so there wasn't a lot of selection for colors. So
Nadine, where do you live? Do you mind me asking? Not necessarily.
I'm in Newfoundland. I'm in Newfoundland.
Are you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm. You know where that is?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Okay. And
it's on the right side of Canada.
Yeah, it's on the right side of Canada.
I'm on the left side of Canada.
Yeah, I'm pretty. And funny. Are you in Victoria?
No, Vancouver.
You're in Vancouver. Okay. Well, I'm in.
Well, lower mainland.
I'm just about as far east as you can get, and you guys are, but it's
next stop, Europe.
Yeah, pretty much. It's actually cheaper to fly.
Sure, if you go north of it.
If you fly from like Toronto and you go to Europe, it's cheaper to fly to Europe than it is to Newfoundland, and half the time they stop in Newfoundland.
Which fucking blows me away every time.
Well, it's actually cheaper for me to fly to England than it is to fly to Toronto.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
by the way, Grumpy here is in the same city as me.
Well, oh, yeah. Well, I know you guys were close.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're all in the same state of confusion. So,
Neil,
speak for yourself. I'm not confused about anything.
If you want to, I'm going to do up another OBS tutorial and stuff like that on how to fix it all up and how to do all that kind of stuff.
I think I have to download it first, don't I?
You do need to download it first, but I'm going to be doing I'm going to be going from the beginning kind of thing. And instead of like the one that I did with Lavender Lady, it's like an 8-hour stream. So I'm just going to do it. And if anybody wants to do an after show after the thing, we'll do that instead of, and cut off the tutorial part.
Mm-hmm. When are you doing the stream with Lavender?
I did that one a while ago. Where I helped her with OBS.
I haven't seen Diana in a little while now. She kind of disappeared for a bit. Well, she's putting together a new machine, so
yeah, she went quiet for a bit, but and like I said, I'm gonna be doing up one with Blender, just the very basics, because that's all I know with Blender. But it's useful for doing animation of your name even.
Now, who do I contact to get some animation stuff done, or even an avatar?
Okay,
there's a few different people that do avatars.
Yeah, there's the
there's Max Burr, he's pretty good.
And Iowan's friend did like avatar. A Trey.
TC something. I follow him on Twitter, Neil. I'll look into it and see if I can't figure out his name and shoot you.
Yeah, well, it's Iowan, so you just talk to Iowan. He'll give you a guide too.
Okay.
And then of course, like Peter does the animations, like the starting animations for people.
Yeah, Peter does a good job for that.
He does a lot of stuff for people for the intros. But like I said, I'm doing mine up myself. I do mine up myself because I'm control freak.
Yeah. not to mention you're crafty in a good way.
I can make just about anything. Like literally, like I've done everything from working on houses to building barbed wire fence to, whatever name it. I probably
you're a homespun farm girl.
Oh, May says you can join the chat. So
I worked on a cattle ranch once, and hard work.
Nadine, you and I have something in common. I can literally fix anything inside of your house. I spent like 14 years working in facilities maintenance for apartment complexes. I'm a carpenter, drywall, journeyman, appliance spur, all that shit. Certified pool operator.
I've done all kinds of stuff, and like I've my friend moved into a no condo, and he's like, I can't do this myself, and I can't do the painting and stuff myself. So I went and I painted his house for him. I looked at the one room and I looked up and I'm going, do you know this room is 5 different colors? He's like, nope, because it was all like eggshell, and the one wall was eggshell blue, eggshell yellow, eggshell orange, eggshell pink, and eggshell lavender. And then the closet was a different color. It was a tan color. And
was he colorblind?
No, it was so light you couldn't really tell. And I've got a really good eye for color, so I could tell really easily. And then I went into his bathroom, and we took the fixture off the light switch, and behind it is hot pink. I mean, hot pink was what the bathroom used to be at one point. I replaced his sink I replaced the sink thingy in the bathroom for him, and all that kind. Like anything needs to get done, I'll do it. Whether I know how to do it or not, I'll manage to fix it.
You're saying about the color thing. Women actually do have a better perception of color than men for some reason.
Yeah, they think it's an evolutionary trait from when they were gathering versus men hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, there's a great majority of the people who have tetrachromatic vision are women.
That's right.
Really? Cool.
Which explains why we have
more
fights.
prevalent in women than men.
That's why there's always fights when it comes to the
Hi,
court.
Bible.
Hey,
Hello, Bible Belt. Pleased to meet you.
Hey,
Bible.
Bible!
How's it going, brother?
Hate to meet and run, but I better go get this other stream set up.
All right, well,
Okay.
get the hell out of here, Mo.
See you in a minute, Duke.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, man.
Hi.
Thanks for jumping in, Mo. Oh, he left.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard, Bible Belt Atheist.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yes, we can.
Hello.
We
Okay,
sure
good.
can.
Okay, I was making sure because my earbuds don't have a mic on them, so.
Oh, that's okay.
I wasn't
Neither
sure.
do mine. It's all good.
I just used my laptop built-in speaker and built-in microphone.
Yeah, that's what I'm using too, so.
Well, it seems to work really well.
All right, good. Because because the last time I was on here, I was using my Beats headphones, which have a mic in them, but they're dead now, so can't use them.
I did that not too long ago. I bought this really expensive pair from Best Buy, and it just crapped out on me.
Well, these are Sennheisers, and they are regular $380, and I went on Boxing Day and got it for 140. So,
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I use them in the recording studio when we're recording some stuff too. Which we've got a bunch of new music coming very soon.
Dude, I'm stoked. I am stoked. Your shit's really good, man.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks.
Yeah.
It's I think, I've been in a few bands, and I think when you get in a band and then they get this kind of sound that they like, they kind of stick to it.
Yeah.
But with this new band that I'm in, we have so many influences, everything from like Pink Floyd to Tool. And then you hear all the influences in different variations throughout all of our music. So I think that's what I like about it, is we can change it up a little bit. That doesn't always have to be. It doesn't have to be la la la. It can be everything in between, right? So
being raised Christian and being around just nothing but Christian music. When I left Christianity, I just explored music. One of the first things I did was explore music,
No doubt.
And Pink Floyd resonated with me. Oh,
yes.
I love The Wall.
Especially the early stuff. They're early.
Yeah, this was 30 years ago, y'all, and I was just, I was so enamored by their music.
When I was younger, I had bought The Wall and bought it again and bought it again and bought it again and bought it again. Finally, I stopped buying it because I'm like,
fuck, man, that was one of my.
It kept getting stolen on me.
Oh,
they never changed the price on it, man. It was like $30 for a freaking CD because it's 2 CDs. It's like, dude, you've been selling this record since like 1975.
When
like,
I was buying, when I bought it 5 times, it was on tape.
Cassettes, wow. Yeah. I had it on 8-track.
I ain't young.
8-track.
I'm younger than some of you guys.
79.
I ain't a pop.
It came with I think 2 or 3. I can't even remember.
Yeah, I used to listen to my dad's 8-tracks too all the time.
I don't remember.
Hey guys, love all you guys. I gotta jump out of here because I gotta jump on that other stream. You guys are awesome. Look forward to talking to you next time. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you bet, Dookie. Well,
really appreciate your work on Twitter.
What's that?
I really appreciate your work on Twitter.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that a lot. I try my best.
Somebody does.
Yeah, I know, right? He's the only one.
People's material. Fuck.
Well, we all know that Grumpy thinks I'm a twat. You know what I mean?
That's okay. He thinks everyone's
aren't you a twat?
True. I am a twat.
See? Well, you know.
I am a twat. But at the end of the day, no, you are not wrong. You are not wrong, sir. You are not wrong. I am a twat. That is true. That's objectively true. A lovable twat.
Yeah.
I'm a loudmouth schnook. I love you guys. You guys are great. I look forward to the next time we can talk. Okay.
Yeah, you bet. Well, it'll be Wednesday. So
nice.
Wednesday, I talk with I can't even remember my own schedule. Strawman Atheist on Wednesday.
Oh, cool.
You talk with somebody who's that person?
Yeah, and then the following Saturday, I'll be talking with Brooke McCormick.
Yeah.
Brooke McCormick. Where do I know that name from?
It used to be Cap Brony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the following Monday will be with the Bible Belt Atheist.
Woohoo!
And it actually kind of makes me happy that you jump in the streams early so you get a kind of a feel of what you're in for.
Neil, you were gentle with me. I really appreciate it.
Well,
you didn't have to be, but I really appreciate it.
I saw no reason not to be. I'm a listener, and if I have anything valid to input, I'll do that.
Okay.
Right? I like to hear how people think of things, which generally makes up a lot of who they are, right? So
yeah, I'm always open to learning. I'm always open to reproval.
Of course, that's how science works. And if you're scientifically minded, there you go.
Yes.
Hey, you say you're what, type 2 diabetic?
Yes, I'm type 2 diabetic. Yes.
What are you taking?
Metformin.
Yeah, we're all taking metformin.
I don't need insulin. In fact, like I said, my numbers are pre-diabetic.
Yeah, I was going to say, what were your numbers last time? Your last A1C?
6.4.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what mine is.
Yeah, mine was 6 on my 6-month checkup.
That's wonderful.
I'm going for my 9-month checkup here in a few.
My mom is also a type 2.
When they discovered I had it, my numbers were like in 10 something.
Wow. I was up to 9. I was up to 9 something last. It was December.
14.
Oh
shit.
I got caught pretty early.
Huge.
I
was close to capping out.
Wow.
Wow, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, but
thank goodness you didn't.
I mean, mine happened
within 3 months. I knocked it down to about 6.
Pardon me?
What was that?
8 was saying something.
I apologize.
No, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yeah, well in my case, what I'm trying to say is that it seemed like it happened overnight. It was just so quick. I went from not having it to full-blown diabetes. Yeah, it was just,
that's how it can happen.
Yeah.
Well, let me guess, you're overweight, right?
Yes, I am. I used to weigh, I was 5'8", 185 pounds, pure muscle, and then I went from that, being very active in the martial arts, running 5 miles every 2 days, to being bedridden. And it just really, I'm going to tell you, that was really hard for me to overcome. It was hard for me to get through that.
Yeah, I understand for sure.
Yeah, when I was in my 20s, I was young, fit, and active, and then I ruined my knees in the forces. And then in my 30s, when I was early 30s, I had somebody run a red light and ran me off my motorbike and shattered my lower right leg. And from that day on, I couldn't run. I can only walk a little while. And of course, the old weight goes blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And sitting at a desk working all day.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
And one day, then what was it, back 2 years ago, I had to go to the washroom every hour on the hour.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't get tested yet, you're diabetic.
I do upper body exercises, but it's limited because I can't stand a lot of motion because of my disease. And so I'm hopeful,
Well, if you can get the weight down, you may be able to come off the pills.
Well, I
am losing weight. I've lost almost 15 pounds in the last year or so.
Nice.
But you gotta lose the fat. That's a killer. That's what gets it for people like that.
Yeah. Oh well, like they said, all my cholesterol and everything is good.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
When I got diagnosed at the end of November, and I started in December, and I I've been pre-diabetic as far back as I can remember, and nobody ever told me how to fix that. So I never did anything, and I was like Ape. You know, I was 5'2", I was 180 pounds of muscle. I could I bodybuild is what I was doing. Like I could break you by giving you, you know, I could give you wrap my legs around you and crack you in half type of thing.
Oh my God! It just reminds me of a bloody movie. What was that?
Yeah, Octopussy.
No.
Octopussy.
A great big fat gay transvestite in the 70s and 60s.
Oh no, I don't know that one.
What was his name?
Octopussy is where the Russian spy has sex with a guy and kills him by sex.
Oh, what was her name? It was a bad movie.
She was coming, and so she just clamped onto him and just crushed him. That was
I can think of worse ways to go.
Yeah, I was going to say, I could think, no, you're coming and going at the same time. What the hell?
Yeah. But that's the way I grew up, and then I was working at a job where I was 12 hours.
You grew up killing people during sex?
No. I'm gonna have to smack you, Neil. Now, see, I'm starting the.
Go ahead.
It's going down. It's going down.
Just wait. One of these days, I'll get over to. You'd just love it, me being there too. You would. He's like, yes.
I would constantly be on the opposite side of the room as you. I'm still pretty quick for my age. You know?
Oh, I don't want to change the subject, but Nadine, I have not yet done the creepy pastas yet, but I will.
No worries. They're awesome. Yeah, they are awesome. But yeah, I ended up last year. I ended up going on a low carb diet. I don't walk much because I've got arthritis, and the heat makes me pretty much hit the floor. I pass out if I'm too hot, and basically anything over 15 degrees Celsius is too hot.
Oh man, you like it cold, eh?
Well, it was 25, feel like 30 today.
Yeah,
and I'm just dying. I'm waiting for winter so I can go for a walk. And but I started the low carb diet, and like my dad died in April of last year.
Oh.
And I was getting sicker and sicker after that until I went to the doctors in November, and that's when I found out that it was diabetes that was shutting me down, that was kind of messing me up. And so I put myself on the low carb diet because the research looks like a low carb diet can help reverse type 2 diabetes.
Yeah, but you got to be very careful.
You do have to be very careful. I put myself on 50 carbs a day max is what I'm trying for. It's around 50 and 60 is what I pretty much stay at.
Which isn't a big deal.
Which isn't a big deal, no. And since then I lost 40 pounds.
Whoa, that's wonderful.
I'm down, and I have not walked. I haven't walked much because there for a while I couldn't walk because I couldn't, like, I was just so bad, like, that I couldn't get up and walk. I could barely get out of bed. And but I've done that. I feel a lot better now. Like, I'm much more active, or able to be much more active now, except the second it gets like above 15, like I said, fucking kill me.
Yeah, I'm the same.
And I'm just dying. Like, that's why, you know, I don't know if you noticed, but there's a hell of a lot of tank tops on my streams.
We're not complaining. Hey, look, if the tank top is even too hot for you, feel free to remove it. We won't sit there. We won't care. Don't worry about us.
I don't want to get flagged with inappropriate content here. Come on.
No, nothing inappropriate here. I'm just thinking about your comfort.
Well, technically, the camera is just above my boob line. So.
Well, you can fix that too.
Mine too.
I understand what you're saying about the heat thing.
Yeah, and I did that, and like I said, I dropped a lot of weight. I'm feeling a lot better. And my last update, my next update is in 2 weeks. I've got to go next week for the blood work, and then the week after I go to doctor. So I'll let you guys know then how how everything's going, but I've been doing a lot better just in general, except coming back from Calgary. Like I went to Calgary during Christmas holidays, and I had the flu and mono again. The second time having freaking mono.
Strangers, especially Calgarians.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was killer. I was so sick for months.
Yeah.
Because of that, and that was horrible.
Well, I mean, with me, when I got nailed back February two years ago, like I said, I was when I did my test, I was about 14, and they were in a big panic. But they put me on metformin, and then they put me on another pill as well. So it's on 2 types of pill. I cut carbs out. I did the whole crash diet.
Yeah, there it is, baby. It went off. I'm sorry.
I lost.
You were in there and it was talking. I thought you were going to come in. I'm sorry. I apologize, guys.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah. No, I lost a lot of weight. I lost about, like you said, 40 pounds. And here's the kicker. I was also exercising to go to the gym. I got it so under control that I went from too high
to too low.
I was crashing down at 3.5, 3.6 at least 2-3 times a week.
Oh wow.
So I went to after I think my fourth test, my dietitian's going, okay, this is your numbers are good, but these crashes you have on your logbook every week, this is not good. I need you to put more carbs into your diet.
Yeah.
So I've actually my diet is now going back to more of a normal diet.
Yeah.
And my numbers, my numbers are still, my daily testing is averaging about 5.660.
I don't do daily testing. My doctor doesn't even have me doing that.
I do it once a day, before dinner. But the sad thing is, now that I got under control, bloody weight gain is coming back up again.
Yeah, well, that's
something you got to be careful about.
Yeah, that's mine. Like I said, my doctor's like, what you've been doing is good, and she already reduced on my 6-month visit. She reduced my metformin already.
Yeah.
So I'm down to 2 metformin a day instead of 3. Like she put me on 3 metformin. She put me on high blood pressure and high cholesterol. Yeah. Now the cholesterol things in my family, like my one cousin had high cholesterol and she was a vegetarian. Yeah, that looks like the package that I
blood pressure.
Yeah, and then blood pressure pills and that looks like it too. And my doctor's like, she didn't even test me when she put me on them. She's like, the #1 cause of undiagnosed death in women with diabetes is
heart disease,
blood pressure, and cholesterol. So she just put me on them. Now my cousin had bad cholesterol, and she was the fittest person in our family, and she didn't eat meat, and she was a vegetarian, and she still died of cancer last year. Oh. Which kind of sucks. I'm glad it was after Dad died, because that would have broken Dad. So
it's okay. I like eating vegetarians too.
Yeah.
I'm a member of PETA.
Yep.
People are eating tasty animals.
Yeah.
You got it. That's the one.
But I have really seriously been considering just dropping meat entirely. The more I think about it, and I can maintain my proteins and my B12 and all that,
Yeah. It's not just a protein. It's not just a protein you're going to be missing. If you drop meat out of your diet, I mean, we are omnivores. We eat too much meat. I'll give you that.
I rarely eat meat.
We still need some. There's enzymes and all kinds of good stuff in meat that we need.
Get houseways.
Yeah. I got to tell you, the more I read about, vegans and vegetarianism and the reasons why they do it, I feel stronger and stronger about it.
They are ethical reasons for the most part.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, plants have been now shown that plants actually communicate. So
yes, they have a level of sentience.
Yeah. So proven now. How ethical is it to munch on a carrot?
Well, there's a video. Yeah, you guys never seen what's the Sausage Party?
Yeah, I was just thinking of that.
Yeah. But no, we Bible Belt. Let me ask him a quick question. We're comparing ages in the chat here, and we believe you're the youngest. How old are you, Bible Belt?
Yeah, I'm more than likely the youngest.
How old are you?
I'm 17.
Oh, definitely. I'm old enough to be you're old enough to be my youngest child, and I'm probably old enough to have like 5 or 6 before you.
Fuck, you're older. I'm old enough to be his grandfather.
You're everybody's grandfather.
The same way.
I'm 44, so yeah, you know.
Well, there you go.
Well, you're not.
Right, you don't drink here in Canada.
Pardon?
I'm 52.
Yeah,
well,
yeah. He still needs 2 more years before he can drink in Newfoundland. But in Alberta, he could drink
18.
in 18. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you ever been to Alberta, you know why you want to start drinking early.
Yeah, they give you lots of reasons there.
What a fucking shithole! I was stationed there for 2-3 years.
Hey, there's my green screen.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Wait, is it the
boob line? Oh, there's a boob line. There's a boob line.
Well, you know, as I said, I've not had a drink since 2009.
That's incredible.
I didn't have a drink since last week when I finished off my little bottle of wine I had, or it was wine cooler.
I haven't had a drink since I finished this beer. Hey, it's just baby steps, people.
Yeah, well, of course.
Does this count?
Yeah.
No, because
actually got on. I went on a Coke Zero. Coke Zero, I think, has a better taste than the diet stuff does. Like, well, technically it's diet too. It just tastes better than the diet.
I haven't tried it yet. Like, I'm not really a fan of it, but it's quick. It's in the fridge.
Yeah.
I used to sneak my mom's Tab back in the day, and that stuff just tasted like hay.
Okay, who tried Fresca when they got done?
Back in the day, I used to drink Jolt. That was wonderful stuff.
Oh shit, man! They still make it, you know.
Yeah, they do.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get it. The only place I've seen it is like at every other gas station.
Yeah, exactly.
We apparently there's a Pepsi manufacturer here, so like almost every place you can get Pepsi, but practically nobody. Like it's hard to find like a Coke. Yeah, and I'm a Coke fan
Coke
rather
products?
than I collect Coke stuff, so it was great when I went to Vegas with my ex one time, and we went to the Coke store. No, not that kind of Coke.
No, it's all about Dr. Pepper for me, man.
I tried that.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Fuck. I think I just didn't on my phone. That's the coolest thing. I didn't know that even recently. My nephew plays hockey and lacrosse and stuff, and they'd make these now. They make hockey cards for the kids when they're on the team.
Oh, wow. Cool.
But they're actually, and then he had one made for the lacrosse team too.
Nice.
Yeah, I had no idea they even did this. So my sister gave me a couple yesterday.
That's cool.
Well, you can go to like Vistaprint and get up anything you want done up, so for a reasonable price. So it doesn't.
So you mean if I decide to be really weird one day and like dress my cock up in a hockey outfit, I can get a penis hockey card?
Probably.
Not that I would ever do that, but
no. I wouldn't expect you would do it, but yeah,
distribute them all throughout the neighborhood. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. No, you could probably not. You could probably not do that if you wanted to.
It's a whole new level of dick pics, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
How did he get it to hold the little stick? That's what I want.
Super glue.
Yeah, super glue, Gorilla Glue, man. That shit's the bomb.
Yeah,
it's like the two best things ever: Gorilla Glue and tuck tape. I don't know if you guys are familiar with tuck tape. It's the red tape that they use to put vapor seal and shit. That stuff will stick to water.
Awesome. I'll have to get some of that shit because whatever the heck I use doesn't work very well. So,
like if you get it on you, it's like getting fly paper on you. It's really hard to get off. Right?
Well, here in the South, we got nothing but duct tape to fix everything.
I love how you just thickened up the
God. Oh my
That's
God.
awesome.
You know, if your rear windshield, I'm sorry, your mirror on your car breaks, you just duct tape it. You know, drive through town with the duct tape.
Been there. Been there. Hell, I duct taped up a pair of shoes that were falling apart once.
Tell you what, duct tape doesn't fix.
What's that? Broken heart?
No. Trying to reattach a muffler to your header pipe.
Well, no, it'll burn through that shit in no time.
Yeah, no, I tried it once with the motorcycle. Didn't work.
What's that smell?
It worked for a little while.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt.
Until they got hot.
That's what you need coat hangers for. But they don't
coat
really
hangers,
make
and
it
apparently Gorilla Tape is heat. What do you call it?
resistant.
Yeah, that's the word.
stuff. Yeah.
Gorilla Tape. Yeah.
Yeah, I might have some of that.
I need to use that stuff just to keep my pants up.
You got a new invention called a belt.
I got a.
Oh, that's what that thing is.
I've got a belt. This is. You want to see how far I've lost? That's how much I've lost.
Wow, that's great, Nadine.
I need a new belt. My this one is actually rusted. The buckle. It's rusted. I cannot get it apart. It's rusted on. So if I pull it apart,
bandanas.
I my awesome belt buckle.
Yep.
I don't know. I have belts somewhere.
But yeah, I gotta get a new belt. This one's like, it's no longer straight.
What, the gay?
I was just thinking the same. When did it suddenly go gay on you?
Yeah,
I've got a gay belt now.
Yeah, it's all twisted up and stuff. It's like, I'm surprised it's.
Is it non-beltnary?
Yeah.
That was a real reach. That was wrong. That was a real reach.
Yeah, that was.
That was bad.
But yeah, I've lost.
That was so bad. I'm gonna punch myself for that one.
Yeah, I've lost a bunch of belt loops, which really sucks. I was supposed to go to Saturday. I was supposed to go to St. John's. We call it town. So in case you guys ever hear me refer to town, it's the big city in the province that I'm living in.
You a Bay girl?
Yeah, absolutely. And we were gonna go there, so I was like, "Yay! I can go to Value Village and."
I fucking love that place.
Try and find a pair of jeans, because I don't want to buy a new pair of jeans, and if I lose more weight and then have to buy another pair of jeans, because none of my jeans fit me anymore. I can stick both of my arms down my pants and while wearing them and still have a lot of room left, so I could practically fit another.
Must get funny looks on the bus and stuff.
Yeah, really. Exactly.
And, but we were gonna go, and I'm like, yay, I can get some new pants and find a pair that fits me for going out anyway. And now we're not gonna be doing that anymore. And it's like, oh damn it, because this is like an hour and a half away, and I'm certainly not gonna walk. It's an hour and a half.
The other thing I don't like about the weight loss, apart from your trousers, not you having to put extra holes in your belt so your trousers don't fall down.
Yeah.
But your knickers don't fit anymore. They start to fall off.
Yeah.
You walk and
yeah.
There's the homeland coming through him there in the knickers.
Your knickers, yeah.
Well, you're walking and you gotta reach in and pull up your underwear because
you need suspenders for your underwear.
Yeah, or a belt.
I hate it when my underwear pops up out of my pants because then everyone knows my name. Thanks, Mom. Neil, I bought you some more underwear for your birthday, and I've already put your name and phone number in.
So when you have a one-night stand, make sure you recover your undies.
That's right. That's right. Bill was going to say something.
Can I see you again? How do you get my name and number?
Didn't I leave a message there?
You guys are crazy.
Yeah, Yeah, but we're a fun kind of crazy.
Yeah, of course we are. Yeah, I know.
Absolutely. We're not the crazy knife person kind of crazy.
Wait a minute here.
What?
Oh,
it's my
okay, toolkit. Those things are easy to snap off anyway. So.
Yeah. But there was the closest one that I had. Well, I suppose I could use my nail file.
It's
a glass
Go
nail
ahead.
file.
Knock yourself out.
It's a glass one, but
you don't want to see all the blades I have because I've been involved in the Filipino and Indonesian martial arts.
Awesome.
I also have a lot of.
I have appreciation for nice blades.
Nice.
Yeah. And I've done Sayak Kali, which have you ever seen the movie The Hunted with Benicio del Toro and right. Yeah, that system, Sayak Kali, I'm certified in it.
Oh, I'm certified, but in a completely different way.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. Maze.
Yeah, I'm a badass with a blade.
Paying attention.
We look at the chat.
Awesome. Yeah, I was.
I'd rather be shot than slashed or stopped.
Knives scared the bejesus out of me.
Yeah, they scared the bejesus. Especially knowing how to use them and what they can do. I'm terrified of them.
Well, I was with the military police for a number of years, and I was more scared of going up against some idiot with a bloody knife than somebody with a gun.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, Joe, they're going to miss me because they can't aim. Most people can't shoot a gun and hit the broadside of a barn from 3 paces. But a knife, that's with a knife here. That's up close and personal.
Yeah.
It's
brutal. My favorite cutting instrument was an axe when I was up in the country.
Yeah.
Is something you want to tell us about your pastor, Nadine?
What? I have
ability for sharp things, knives, axes.
I've done a lot of stuff. Just because I'm a girl.
Oh, that has nothing to do with it. You're perfectly capable of doing whatever the hell you want.
I think women are capable of doing
sadistic axe murder. Go for it.
I know.
You're going to make me start quoting So I Married an Axe Murderer or anything.
Yeah, oh, that's a great show. Yeah. Michael Myers make me laugh. Yeah.
Down in front. Look at the size of that head. It's like an orange on a toothpick. Oh, no, he's going to cry now. Oh, that's right. You go upstairs and cry on your great, huge pillow.
Yeah. Oh, you guys are funny.
He's got planets orbiting around his head.
That's a great accent you got there.
It's great.
Well, I do. Many people have told me, even people in the radio industry, that one of them told me I had a face for radio, which made me laugh. Which is but, they said I should have been a voice actor. Well,
oh, that's great.
I believe it with that one. You could have passed for what's his nuts? I'm bad with names.
What's his nuts? Yeah. I don't want to pass for anyone's nuts. Thank you very much.
Well, I was about to say, Neil.
No, please go on with what you were going to say. I really want to hear this.
Hey, look, y'all.
Get my little mind going.
Oh, it's yeah, like me, the whole face for radio. Yet I do this anyways.
Well,
sorry, people, if I scare. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I could put a mask on.
Oh, please.
just get the hockey mask, Jason.
Hang on. I'll be right back.
Oh God. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh yes. Oh yes. He's probably going to be wearing his S&M mask again. I think he's going to go zip. Yeah, there goes Nadine.
No, I'm falling off the chair. You know, almost every stream I've been on, I've been threatened with they're gonna make me pass out, but no one's made me pass out yet, and I have not fallen off my chair.
Oh, all right.
Challenge accepted.
Oh, brother, he's back. He's back.
Well, it's an improvement.
Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah. I love it, man.
Can you get any whiter?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, apparently you can.
Oh, I love that movie, by the way.
It's Jack Skellington, so I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely, it works.
Well, I did this for Halloween a couple of years ago when everyone wanted to come and sit at my table for some reason.
How about this? Are you gonna do a Halloween stream with it now?
All right, just a second. I can't be outdone.
Yeah,
I could, yeah.
well, of course you could. You should.
Well, I've
You've
got
got
the
the
whole costume, so.
yeah. Well, you know what? I dress up for Halloween too. I've dressed up as a IT tech for many years. Yeah, I just wore my normal clothes.
Which is the tank top?
No, that's not my normal clothes. My normal clothes is like a plaid dress shirt type of thing and jeans. Or dress pants, depending on if I'm going to work or not.
Yeah.
But now I suppose it's technically a tank top.
Oh. Well, you know what I did for years, aside from teaching the martial arts, is I was in the electronics industry, particularly smart home, satellite installation, anything doing with building servers. And I was with that company for almost a little over 10 years. And I went in under an apprentice program and learned the whole thing from the bottom up.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was a great job. Know a lot of people, but I was so busy that aside from my martial arts students and just a family that I knew, I didn't know anybody else. Didn't have time.
Cool.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, great.
Oh, that's just enough to make my skin crawl.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm trying to get a good night's sleep tonight.
I'm going to spend the rest of the stream like this.
That's okay, because the stream's going to come to an end very shortly. Because I got to go to my buddy's birthday party.
Okay.
Love my son.
Good. That's like the only thing that creeps me out. The only thing that creeps me out is freaking clowns, especially
I used to work in a video store, and when we had those movies about the killer clowns from outer space and stuff, people couldn't even look at the cover. They were just like terrified of it.
It's a classic.
Yeah, no, well, it's just, for me, it was It, I think, and not the new It. The new It, the guy looks just funny, but the old It, the original It, that was awesome, and that was awesomeness. But the new It was just plain stupid.
Yeah.
I think the guy.
I haven't seen the new It.
What I've seen of it is like the guy didn't even look scary to me. He just looked kind of stupid. Like the costume might have been
I want to ask y'all a question. Okay. This is my after party. Okay.
Absolutely. No.
God damn it.
God damn it.
Selfish people.
It happened to mine as well. Don't worry about it. Took over mine.
What's some of the things you watch, like on Netflix or anything like that? What's some of your favorite shows?
Any of the Marvel?
Oh, yeah, I watch those. Yeah, but Iron Fist sucks.
Oh, I don't know. The new season coming out apparently is supposed to be really good.
Oh, yeah. That's what they said about the first season.
I liked the first season.
Oh,
Yeah,
you did? I didn't.
I thought the first season was really good.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad y'all like that.
I'm a
But
personally.
fuck you guys.
I'm a horror fan. I'll watch anything horror, and I'm a cartoon nut.
Yeah.
And
I think
Disenchantment was awesome.
Old comedy, like the Mel Brooks comedy and Leslie Nielsen.
Oh,
those are the best. Everything with Leslie Nielsen.
I also
Surely you jest.
I also like crime drama, like BBC's Luther.
Yeah.
You know that I really like that.
I like the.
You know, I was pleasantly surprised with Longmire, which I thought was a really good series.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
I'm just waiting for the new Doctor Who to finally hit.
I like the old Doctor Who.
Oh, I love Doctor Who.
I'm a classicist.
The new one, you know, there's female.
Don't care. Don't care.
Not so much the female doctor. That's not the problem. What is the problem is Chris Chibnall and his white. That guy is the most wrong choice for the showrunner. He wrote some of the most panned and despised episodes ever.
I thought Daniel Dennett, not Daniel Dennett. What's his name? Tennant. David
Tennant,
did a good job. Yeah, I thought he did a good job.
So did Matt Smith, and in the very first season of the last guy, what was his name?
Chris Ecclesiastic.
What's his the one that's just retired? What's his name? Scottish dude. Yeah. He was when he signed up. He was planning to try and beat Baker's run. He wanted to do at least 8 years, but after the second year, BBC said,
it's Peter Capaldi.
Yeah, Capaldi. After the second year, they changed his character from that dark, brooding guy to this more sensitive type. And from what I could gather from some sources I've heard, that BBC's said, "Look, we want to make the show more socially aware, whatever." And they changed the character, and they forced the showrunner and them to change the direction it was going on. And that's one of the reasons why they both decided to quit after 3 years.
Oh. Interesting.
It's too bad.
And
I like Capaldi as well.
Capaldi, it was good. I mean, I would have liked to have seen Christopher Eccleston to do a couple more years, but
yeah.
I like Sherlock Holmes, like the new one.
Yeah.
You mean with Cumberbatch?
Yeah.
We might
and the Watson, the guy that was playing Watson.
Yep.
I like him as an actor too.
Yeah, we might not see any more of those though, apparently, because both their Cumberbatch and I think the other guy is named. Their schedules are just too full.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, Cumberbatch's now Doctor Strange for the next God knows how long, right?
Yeah.
Tell me that was not the perfect casting.
Oh my God, I thought he did a great job.
Yeah, I was really skeptical too at first.
No, he had the look. He didn't really have to change his look to make the look.
Yeah,
he just had to grow the goatee.
Yeah.
I was when I saw it, I was very impressed with his job.
Yeah, I was very impressed with it as well.
And in Infinity War, he's awesome in Infinity War.
The CGI for that movie is just mind blowing.
I want the next one to come out.
May next year, I think.
Well, Doctor Strange or is it Infinity War?
Infinity War Part 2.
I've not seen Infinity War. I can't go to movie theaters, so I have to wait for them to come out. And then, of course, I can't hardly afford to watch anything, so I just have to wait until it comes out on like Netflix or something like that.
Yep. Yeah, I think Infinity War is on Netflix now.
Yeah, good.
I switched through different providers, so there's I get Shudder for a while, and then I get Netflix for a while, and then I get BritBox. I had BritBox for a month or two.
Wait a second. It may not be Infinity War.
BritBox would be the all the Doctor Who's are all the old Doctor Who's are on there.
Oh, with Christopher with Tom Baker and
the originals.
Yeah.
The originals Doctor Who is not the, you know.
Paula Baker got screwed on that series.
You guys remember I said in my interview that PBS was not even allowed in my household.
Yeah.
We were not allowed to watch it.
Yeah, that blew me off my feet. Like PBS was great.
Yeah, we got to see Monty Python.
No,
Yeah.
it was all forbidden.
Yeah. And then and the original TV version of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The movie sucked. There's no two ways about it. The movie
sucked. Yes.
But if you watch the original 1980s TV series, or if you can find it, the radio show that it was based off of, it's fantastic.
Wow. Awesome.
No, that was that was
Like,
rude.
can you imagine, guys? I really hardly knew anything about the world, and then I just jumped right into the army, and that was total culture shock for me.
No doubt.
No doubt.
Everything just I was totally blown away by reality.
I missed the first part of the conversation. What was your background originally?
Well, my mother and dad was from Texas, and being raised in Texas, but of course Southern Baptist, and
not Methodist.
Oh yeah, and my family was strictly fundamentalist, and it was Jesus 24/7. Yeah.
I can tell you, I am super lucky.
I was everything. I mean, everything. It was reinforced in every area of my life. Yeah.
So the army, when you got into it, must have been one hell of a culture shock. Now.
Oh yeah, it blew me away.
I was in the Canadian Forces, and I wasn't really that well. Neil knows my history. Like I said, I wasn't really that religious to begin with.
Yeah, within a year, I was already at war. I already went to the Gulf War and experienced crazy, horrible stuff, and it just, yeah. So it just, it really, that's kind of like how Neil and I were talking about how you see all the horrible atrocities and you go, yeah, God is omnibenevolent. Yeah.
Mine was peacekeeping, but it's the same deal.
No, man, I have seen people get killed and like
5 minutes, guys.
I've had to kill people. It's horrible.
Yep.
I was a Pfister, which is a forward observer for artillery.
Yeah. So sorry.
Yeah, it'll change you.
Yep.
Yeah,
definitely.
If anybody saw my video that I put up yesterday, that was one of my best friends that I was talking to, and some of the stuff that he was saying to me honestly shocked me, because some of the stuff I never even knew, especially towards the end with finding out about how strongly Christian that his family was, to the point that they would disown him as soon as they found out that he was an atheist.
Wow,
that's crazy.
Well, I was lucky that my mother basically, it's short of disowning me, she shunned me in every other way, and I could never return. I could never ever do anything to become an acceptable person to her after that. Which really, it was really hurtful because, I loved her so much, and I know she worked so hard to try to raise us, but it was, So anyway, I don't have mother, I don't, it's just, I was like, well, she's going to be that way. I can't change her,
Yeah.
No, you can only deal with what you got.
No.
Lucky for me, I don't have that. Never had that problem, so I guess I'm lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Honestly, the last thing she told me, because she was in the hospital with cancer and pneumonia and emphysema too, and I went in to talk to her and visit with her, and me and my wife went in there, and the whole time she was telling me how I was going to go to hell. And this isn't the first time she did it. She's practically did it almost every time that she had an opportunity to tell me.
Of course.
And it was constant berating me about my choices and my beliefs.
Wow. That's horrible.
I could never have a conversation with her. I couldn't watch a movie with her. I couldn't, it's just, and I'm not exaggerating. I am not exaggerating.
So sorry. I want to give you a hug.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But the one good thing is that I when I was 38, I met my wife, and
nice,
and we've been together ever since, and I just can't imagine what my life would be without her.
See, that's beautiful, dude.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
I never thought I'd ever find anybody. But
yeah, sometimes I feel that way.
Yeah. In fact, I got to tell you, I swore off long-term relationships a couple of weeks before I met her. But after I met her, she was so sweet.
That's the way it goes, right?
She blew me away, and I had to tell one of my friends, "Hey, I'm going back on my word." And he's like, I'm a flip-flopper, But I decided to give her a chance, and she decided to give me a chance, and it worked out great. But I got to tell you, I know how lucky I am in that area, because I can tell you that there's no guarantees in life. And I know you know that. I know you know that. There's no guarantees whatsoever.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
All right, guys. I gotta.
Yeah, you gotta.
I gotta blaze. So.
Okay.
Just a quick reminder for everyone on Wednesday, September 5th at about 4 p.m. Pacific, 6 Central, 7 or 8 or whatever Eastern. I don't know. I'll be talking with Strawman Atheist, and then the following Saturday will be Brooke McCormick.
Yay.
And I'll let you guys know about some more as the time goes on. And Bible Belt, you're the one following Brooke, so you'll be Monday, September 10th.
Yay.
I'll try to make that one.
All right. And
hopefully I will be on the road.
Well, if there's enough people, we'll do another after party, and we can all shoot the shit some more.
Absolutely. Yay. And Bible, stick around for a second after he shuts down. I have a question for you.
All right.
Okay.
I'm
gonna leave.
Whoever wants to chat. Once he shuts down the stream, we won't be live anymore, but we can still chat.
Yeah, you can still chit chat.
Yeah.
So while we're still live, I just want to say thanks again to you guys for jumping in, and to Apetivist for allowing me to have him on my channel today. It was a great conversation.
Yeah,
it was good.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, remember, kids. Remember to treat everyone like decent people, unless they're indecent people. And it's called faith because it's not knowledge.
Not knowledge.